Hello, and welcome to the Quiet and Strong podcast, especially for introverts. I'm your host, David Hall, and the creator of quietandstrong.com. It's a weekly podcast dedicated to understanding the strengths and needs of introverts. Introversion is not something to fix, but to be embraced. Normally, we will air each episode on a Monday. Be sure to subscribe on your favorite platform. Leave a review, tell a friend, help get the word out there. So, Happy New Year! At this time of year, traditionally, it's a time to reflect on the past year and make plans for the next. 2021 was definitely a year full of ups and downs. So, are you living the life that you want? How did 2021 go? Did you get closer to reaching your goals? Where and who do you want to be next year at this time? What do you want 2022 to look like? How will you make your plans and dreams happen for this coming year? I know the goals and resolutions don't happen by chance, but there's a couple points that I want to make today that as you're setting your goals, that you keep your introverted strengths and needs in mind. Also, you need to give yourself time and space to continue those good systems and habits that you have and build on those successes that you've already had and make a plan. Success isn't just going to happen by chance. You need to be intentional about it. And of course, when you have setbacks, learn from them. And remember, neither introversion or extroversion is good or bad. They're just different. And it's important to understand your amazing self and approach life using your natural temperament to get the most out of your life and your talents. So what does your ideal introvert day look like? Can you imagine that? So as introverts, we naturally turn inward more often than not and need some time alone for a variety of reasons. Not only do I find some solitude helpful in getting things done, but I also need some quiet time for many reasons. For one, I need to recharge after activities or situations that drain me. Do you know what type of activities drain you? Make a list of those. Also, we do some of our best planning with some quiet. What plans do you have each day, each week, or for this year? We need some quiet to think about that, and on a regular basis. As an introvert, preparation is key, and we need to plan that into our ideal introvert day, week, year. For example, as you're planning your week, what interactions, meetings, or presentations are coming up, and how can you best prepare for those? As introverts, we also need time to think. What problems do you need to solve? What visions for the future do you have? We're gifted at thinking, but we need to give ourselves some time to do that. And then sometimes it's just relaxing and fun to spend time alone. We don't want to be alone all the time. That's definitely a common myth. But sometimes it's good. What activities do you enjoy? And remember, you know best what you like. So you need to make a plan for not only that alone time to recharge, but just that alone time that you need for recreation. Again, you're going to do things with others, but there may be some things that you do like to do on your own. So it's very important that you consider your alone time needs and your social needs and make them all into a plan. How will you continue to build on your strengths this year? As introverts, we have strengths that are unique to us, but learning and growing is a lifetime experience. We learn from our experience and the experience of others. So what do you want to learn about this year? You got to make a plan for that. Maybe it's how to get more organized, or how to better manage anxiety, or maybe how to stay more present in the moment. The last one, staying present in the moment, is on my list. I know as an introvert, my mind can wander, and I'm working on practicing mindfulness and being more in the moment, like with my family when I'm with them, or being more present in the moment in whatever situation I'm in. And there's a lot of good writing and speaking on this topic, and I'm going to dive into that this year. But again, I need to make a plan for learning and set aside some time for it. So, can you find a quiet place to give your most important priorities some serious thought? Again, as introverts, we have a great gift for reflection, but you have to give yourself some time and a quiet space for that deep work. What are your goals around family and relationships? Your work, your health, your finances, your faith, having some fun. And you need to prioritize these things, as there is not enough time to do everything. There's always more to do, and you have to think, what is the most important? So, for this coming year, if you haven't already, get yourself a notebook or your favorite device and ponder some questions. What are the major things you want to accomplish this year? What are the big lifetime goals you want to accomplish? What are some short term goals? What are some longer term goals that you have? In order to accomplish all of this, what are the day to day things you need to do? Do you need to establish some habits and some routines, some systems? What do you need to do each day? And what does this ideal day look like for you? Again, it's going to be full of time to do different things, but also some time on your own to reflect and plan and recharge. Are there things that you need to stop doing that aren't as important or that really aren't needed anymore? So these are some questions to ask yourself to get yourself thinking. Now map out your typical day, your week, your month, your year. And as a part of your plan, build in a weekly time to find a quiet space and review your progress. How are you doing? Do you need to make adjustments? Of course, you'll need to make adjustments. That's normal. We learn and grow, and our priorities change. I love to read and also listen to books as I continue to increase my self awareness. However, I'm very good at starting new books, but I have a bad habit that sometimes I move on to a different book before finishing a book. So, a goal I have this year is to make myself a reading list and stick to it better than I have been. But what's this going to take? Again, I know by experience it's not just going to happen without a plan and daily effort. I need to set aside some time each day to accomplish this. And there's many other goals that I have. That's just an example. And you have to think, okay, what does each day look like, each week look like to accomplish my daily, weekly, and just my lifetime goals? What projects and tasks do you want to accomplish? This is going to require some planning. I've learned to employ a method called time chunking. Time chunking is looking at my days in chunks. I spent so much time in the past trying to do everything at once and often failed at getting anything accomplished. Now, using this method at the end of the week, I review my week, my tasks, and projects that I need to do and think, where should I chunk my time? I look at my most important projects and block off some chunks for a couple hours here and there, whatever the amount of time that I need, and I put it on my calendar. Again, leaving it to chance, it's probably not going to happen. And also, I need to give myself some time for those little tasks, little random tasks that maybe aren't part of a larger project. So, giving some time for those kinds of things, and maybe some things that just pop up because things always do. And during these chunks of time, so it's like an appointment with myself, I try to block out distractions. I let others know around me that I'm working on a project and I may be unavailable for a time, again, like a meeting with myself. I don't answer the phone and try not to pay attention to the emails that are constantly coming in. So that's one method of Along with accomplishing my goals, I need a time and space, and my calendar has become very important in being able to accomplish my goals because if it's not on my calendar, so busy, it's probably not going to happen. So reflect on your goals with your introverted strengths and needs in mind. What habits do you need to continue? Which ones do you need to continue to develop? Get it all on your calendar. Work on your priorities. Of course, be flexible as new challenges will come on a regular basis. But be open as some of these new challenges may turn into great opportunities for you. I'm hopeful that things in the world will continue to get better. Again, 2021 was a challenging year. I know that I have been the most effective and found the greatest happiness by discovering and being true to my strengths and also honoring my needs. So keep those in mind, organize your time, and I wish you all the best for 2022. Thanks so much for joining me. I look forward to further connecting with you. Reach out at david@quietandstrong.com. Check out the website, quietandstrong.com. I'll add social media channels to the show notes. Please comment. Send me topics or guests you would like to see on the show. There's so many great things about being an introvert, and so we need those to be understood. Get to know your introverted strengths and needs and be strong.